What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you another video in my must-have/must-gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all of the Instagram pages I follow to get all this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have all of the items listed and linked down below that I discussed in this video. Most likely those are going to be affiliated links. If you shop through them, I appreciate it. Otherwise, no worries at all. I will say, I am now filming this for the second time. I forgot to plug in my mic. And so there was static all throughout the first 20 minutes that I recorded. So if I run through things and I don't really clarify why or why not I am into them or not into them, that is why. But I might be even a little bit more organized today. So I received 2 packages this week. One was from Patrick Ta. I picked up 2 products from him. I picked up one of his gel liners. He calls them the Major Dimension Precision Gel Liners. It is what's in my waterline today, and this is in the shade Burgundy. It's a really pretty liner so far. It went on really easily. Very excited to see kind of long-term what I think about it, not only with its lasting power but also how it leaves my eyes tomorrow, and then also like how well it actually gets cleaned off at night tonight. And without fail, I open this thing up backwards again. I also picked up an eyeshadow palette from them, and I picked up the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. This is the first version that he released, what I believe last year, and this is the brownie toned one. I really just have been into brown neutrals. I've really been enjoying creating color schemes, eyeshadow tutorials, all that jazz with those shades. And so I wanted to pick this up. I know a lot of people have been really into the burgundies, but burgundies have never really been fully my thing. I don't mind throwing a burgundy in my crease here and there, but like even the modern renaissance, it took me quite a while to find the love for that. And truly it was because it didn't only have burgundies, it also had some browns and some oranges and stuff like that. I also received a package from Lunar Beauty. I purchased it and I picked up the shade a lip oil from them in the shade Dare Me. So I received that this week, and then I also received their nude prism palette that I picked up, and this is actually what's on my eyes today. I have recorded my full tutorial for this face, and it should be available, I'm thinking tomorrow, if everything falls into place. I did also get some PR, and it was from a brand. I don't know if I can show this. I need to go through and double check, but if I can show it, I'm going to talk about it. Otherwise, I will cut this out. And this is from Merit Beauty. They sent me another shade in their Day Glow highlighter. So this is the cream highlighter from this brand. I have previously showcased the highlighter stick that I had, and they are going to be releasing this shade, which is a more orangey tone, and it just seemed right up my alley. If you know me, you know that I love orangey tone anything, and so I figured this would be really cool. Like I said, I've already enjoyed the formula of this range, and so I just wanted to pick her up, or I just said yes because they offered it, honestly, but also because it was a shade that I thought I would get a lot of use out of. So hopefully I'm able to showcase that in another video. I did not get the chance to showcase that today because I wanted to use my Charlotte Tilbury. So that's it. Let me scoot over and we are going to start once again at product number 1. Okay, so first thing we're going to be talking about today is actually the collection from Dose of Colors. Dose of Colors is coming out with a new collection, and it's all about the shade Truffle. So this was an original shade in their liquid lipstick range, and it was super big, like in 2017, 2018. I didn't personally follow any YouTubers that I can remember that was really like telling me to pick this up, but regardless, I did not pick up this shade, and I think it was because it just looked too light. and I stand by that statement. I think that this shade is just too light for what I like to put on my lips and how I like to wear lip products. That said, they also came out with a blush that is in a very similar shade. No, I'm not going to play myself. Y'all can build that blush up all you want on that darker skin model, but I don't trust it or believe it. I did forget to say, in the lip products, they also came out with the gloss for the first time, and that's in a duo. Then they came out with an 8-pan eyeshadow palette. I think this looks cute, but it's not something that I need, especially because I just picked up and literally physically received this week, back to back in days, 2 neutral eyeshadow palettes. Yes, this is a neutral palette with a slight kind of mauve tone. I don't need that though. I have purple eyeshadow palettes. I have now neutrals. I don't think I really need something with this color scheme, so that is going to be a pass for me. NYX has come out with 2 launches, and I'm going to clump them both together. First, they came out with re-released their contour sticks. Previously, they had the contour color, and then they also had a cream highlighter that was actually like a cream, like a normal cream, kind of think like a concealer type of cream, and it was cute, but nobody liked the cream side, so they re-released it with a more shimmery highlighter, which I think makes more sense for this time and age, and also they released it at the perfect time. Creams are still at the height, I feel, of use and, you know, enjoyment from a lot of the beauty community, so this makes a lot of sense. And then they also released for the first time a blush duo. I think these are both cute products. Would I pick them up? Yes, but only if I saw them in store and I was able to really look at the colors and swatch them against my complexion. I'm not loving them enough that I feel the need to buy them online, either through Ulta or through the NYX website. Additionally, NYX also came out with the clear butter gloss. To me, I didn't ever like this formula, mainly because of the wand or the applicator. I felt like it did not pick up enough products for me to just swoop the product and apply in one go. I had to like apply in small spaces and then like to get the product to really go around all of my lips, and I don't have time for that. Honestly, I just can't be bothered. So for me, I'm not really excited about either of these launches, but if I had to choose one, it would be more of the contour and the blush sticks than the lip gloss. Then we have Kylie Skin coming out with a lip oil. As I just said, I just received a lip oil, and this is actually my first lip oil. Although I think I'm going to enjoy the formulation, I've never tried one, so I want to try this product first, and then maybe if I'm enjoying it, I will reach out to other lip oils. But overall, the brand Kylie Skin has never been one that I really felt I wanted to try a lot from or needed to try a lot of. I tried some Kylie Cosmetics products and I thought they were fine, but because I just thought they were fine, there's no reason for me to really run out to pick anything else from that range. Dior has come out with some new products, so they've come out with some more quints. There's one blue quint and the rest are pretty much neutral. They came out with some lip addicts, they came out with a volume mascara, and then some liquid eyeliners. There's nothing in this collection at all or in this release that is really interesting to me. These all look kind of blasey blah, things they've already had before, so easy pass for me. Adept Cosmetics is coming out with a Superman inspired eyeshadow palette. I have not tried Adept Cosmetics to date. I have picked up a product and pre-ordered it. I believe the brand said that they would be shipping out the section of pre-order that I did late this month, early next month, so theoretically I should have it in my hands within the next couple of weeks. So I mean, I think this product particular is going to launch prior to that, and that's fine. I'm not really loving the color scheme. I think it's cute, but nothing that I can't live without. And like I said, since I've not tried the brand's formula, I want to wait, try the formula for me, see if it works for me, and if it does, then cool. If not, I will have saved some money. ColourPop is coming out with another collection with Disney, and this time they are doing Winnie the Pooh. People have been going bonkers for this collection, and understandably so. This is one of ColourPop's cutest launches. Not only packaging, but color scheme. It's all just been very, very cohesive. So let's break it down personally for me. The lip mask and the lip scrub come in a duo. You can't buy them separately to my knowledge, and I already have a travel size and a full size of a Laneige lip mask. I don't need any more. It's going to take me some time to get through both of those products, let alone one. And because you can't buy them separately, there's just no use. I could buy it and then either give it to you guys or give it to a friend, but like, why? Because then what am I going to do with the wand? The wand might get dirty. No ma'am, no Pam. So that is just going to be a launch that that's going to be a section that I can skip easily. Then the Luxe lip glosses, a lot of people talk about how they do not like that formula. And even though I like to kind of get my own opinions about products, I have enough lip glosses for me. I have about 5 to 6, and that's enough. I don't need all that much lip gloss. It's just not a formulation that I get a lot of use out of unless it's in like this bullet type formula. I do tend to run through those mainly because I can put those in like my bag to wear when I wear like every day and stuff like that, and I can just apply it without having to pay attention, and it just works out. So either way, easy pass on those products. Now the last two are the ones that if I see them in store and or if they happen to be in Ulta's catalog when I am ordering something, they may wind up in my cart. And I say that because there's still a little bit of something that is unique about them for me, but I don't feel enough urge to get them to go to ColourPop's website. So they have 3 different highlighters. I would go for the darkest of the 3 highlighters. I think that would be the one that suits my skin tone the best. And I like these highlighters because they're not only gold, but they're like a yellow gold. And that bronzy one, it just looks super unique for me in my collection. I have not picked up many highlighters these last couple of years. Granted, I haven't finished many highlighters either, but it's still just the idea that this is unique, and I would be intrigued, and I would feel that like not even success. I would feel that like I've picked up my product from this collection, this really adorable collection, with just picking up one highlighter. And I do believe they're sold separately, so if they're available via Ulta, I may pick them up. That one up, not all of them. And then the eyeshadow palette, although it's very, very cute, it does remind me of my Dose of Colors Frication palette. This is currently in my project pan, and that's why I don't want to open it to show you guys what it looks like, because there may or may not be some progress, but it reminds me of this palette. And so for that reason, it doesn't make sense to really pick it up. But then those lavenders add some uniqueness, and so does the yellow. So who knows? It's up in the air whether I'm going to pick up the 2 last products that I've just talked about. But like I said, if they don't come in Ulta, and if I happen to just not need something from Ulta, I'm just not going to do it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Base Blue Cosmetics is a brand that is coming out with a lot of products that seem to be more based on aesthetics that happen to be makeup, and not necessarily on the functionality of wearing or applying makeup. So in this collection, they are launching an eyeshadow and blush palette that is imprinted in tulip format. I think this is cute, but it's not functional. It makes absolutely no sense. The formula isn't something that I think would work on somebody of my complexion. It looks to be very light and sheer, and also like a satiny type of formula. Based on the swatches that I see, that's just the vibes that I'm getting, which I think it makes sense because I'm pretty sure this is either a K beauty brand or like in that realm of like how they expect makeup to apply. And then it seems like this launched now in perfect timing for Mother's Day. My mom doesn't wear makeup, so it just doesn't make any sense for me to pick this up for me or to pick it up for her. So this is going to be a complete pass for me. A couple of weeks ago, I discussed the fact that Wayne Goss had a product that he was sneak peeking, and I was hoping it was going to be a cream bronzer. Of course, I was wrong, and this is a cream foundation. And so this cream foundation has 12 shades. That is a very small amount of shades. It's a very small amount of shades. I think that there could have been 1 to 2 more shades added in front of the number 1 shade, just to kind of at least make this slightly a little bit more even. That said, I do think I could find personally a shade in this range. I think I would probably be number 3, but I don't want it. I don't want to pick it up. And you know, who knows if there's like an insane amount of good reviews and it looks like something that I would actually get a lot of use out of, maybe, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Now, what I could see me doing, if we're being honest, is picking this up and using it as a cream bronzer. Next is Danessa Myrick. So she is coming out with another product in her Yummy Skin range, and I have picked up 1 product from the range so far, and this is her serum foundation. I have this in the shade 21N, and I do need to get a better shade for me. I believe the shade that I saw that's best for me, or that I think is best for me via online, is 17N. So yeah, and I'm thinking about picking up just the refill of that size, but I think I'm gonna actually wait until this Balm launches to Sephora. So basically this is like a cream to powder product that you can use in a multitude of ways, and that's what I really enjoy about Danessa Myrick's range in general. All of her products are multi-use, and I truly enjoy that, and I think I get some use out of that. So for example, this color fix, I've been talking about wanting to do some more graphic liners. You guys know I love yellow. I will reach for a yellow graphic liner pretty much more consistently than any other color, so that's why I picked this up. But I also love this formula for cream cheek products, so I actually have this on today, and I've also used that formula in blending for shades on my eyes. So her formulas are just so multifaceted that you can just get so much use out of them and just have so much fun and artistry. And I just really love the versatility of her range and her brand, and I think that if I'm able to pick up this Balm, I can actually use it as more of a concealer, and so then I believe I would be able to do a full-on face of Danessa Myrick's products, which is something that I kind of been wanting to do in the background. I just haven't had all of the pieces in line, and I've just been slowly picking up products that I'm interested in. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. I think I'm gonna do it regardless, but if you guys are interested in it, I would make it more of a priority than kind of just having it in the background of my head. Too Faced has come out with the new brow product, and this is their Fluff and Hold Laminating Brow Wax. So this is a laminating liquid wax formulation that adds volume, texture, and total control to give you fluffy, perfecting polished brows with the right amount of hold for $25. Now, the before and after images per usual look brilliant, but I'm gonna let this be tested out by every big influencer, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch. That's what I'm gonna do. I have 1 brow gel that I'm working through right now. I also have another, and then I also do have a legitimate wax as well. So for me, although I enjoy changing up my brow routine every so often, I don't necessarily feel the need to test out every new brow product. And so I'm just gonna let, you know, people who can afford to test out every new brow product left and right to do it, and I'll just sit back and watch the reviews. Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics is coming out with a new collection, and this is her Luxe Legacy collection, and she's doing this in collaboration with her mom. So it looks like there is an eyeshadow palette, an eyeshadow primer, eyeliner, pencil, setting spray, setting powder, liquid lipsticks, and another eyeshadow palette. So there's 2 eyeshadow palettes. I think this all looks fine. The eyeshadow palette just doesn't look like it's my alley, so I'm gonna skip. The liquid lipsticks, not my type of shade. The setting spray, maybe, like if I needed a setting spray, which I do, and I happen to be in store. The eyeshadow primer, sure, there's nothing that I'm like I need, but I'm not as like anti this brand as some people are. So yeah, we'll see. I probably won't pick anything up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Trixie Cosmetics is coming out with the Breakup Rebound collection. So this is an eyeshadow palette and a palette, lip glosses, heart compact, lashes, a sweater, sweatshirt, and a t-shirt. And you know, this looks cute, but nothing for me, nothing that I have to have, nothing that I am living for. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. Klarity Cosmetics has been sneak peeking that they have another palette on the way. And apparently, I'm on their website right now, I'm sorry. So apparently Klarity is doing an April Madness sale, and I know a lot of people wanted to see a review on the Klarity blushes. I do have a tutorial with this look with one of these blushes. The shade is Honey Mustard. If you really want to know, because I believe tomorrow, oh yeah, tomorrow's the last day. I personally, as of right now, would not recommend these blushes, and I have worn this formula between the two shades that I picked up 3 different times. That is my personal opinion as of right now, but apparently it's 25% off of the entire site up until the day that this launches. So in the event that you want to try the blushes for yourself, there you go. But I started talking about the fact that Klarity Cosmetics was sneak peeking a palette called Lily. We haven't seen anything about it, just that it's inspired by the owner's grandmother's sister, which is her favorite aunt. So interesting to see what is going to come from that. Now Unearthly Cosmetics looks like they're relaunching a palette that I guess they discontinued, and it's called the Don't Be Jelly palette. I don't even remember this product ever releasing, so that's something. It does look to be all metallics or foil shades. I don't really get a lot of use out of palettes like that, so I am gonna go ahead and pass. And then additionally, they are also sneak peeking that they're gonna be launching on the 18th of May a palette at 12 p.m. EST. It's for $40, and this is a really cute curated eyeshadow palette. It has mattes and shimmers, which I do appreciate. I like the variety. I like that you could go in the rows or you can mix it up. I think this is cute, but I think I'm gonna pass. Like I said, I did pick up an order from the brand, and I do want to kind of test the brand out again, give it another kind of shot to see if it's something that maybe it was just that eyeshadow palette formula, or maybe the brand's formula is just not for me. So until I get that palette and I can review it, I just don't want to make any decisions as of now. So SpongeBob is doing a collaboration with Starface, where basically they have these limited edition SpongeBob and Patrick Star Acne pads or whatever. I think these are really cute, really fun. I don't get enough pimples or zits or anything that I need something like this personally, but I think if you do, I would be that person rocking this. I would. YSL is coming out with so many new perfumes. I feel like they've come out with like 2 or 3 in the last couple of months, and this one is the Mon Paris Lumiere Eau de Toilette. Okay, so this is the notes are top Datura, middle Rose Absolute, and base White Lotus. Now I can be a little finicky when it comes to rose scents, and typically I feel like those middle notes are really the notes that you're stuck with throughout the whole duration of the actual fragrance. I'm pretty set on picking up one particular rose scent, which I talked to you guys about this in my video yesterday, which was my favorites video, and this is the Tom Ford Rose China scent. I ended up picking up the trio sampler set or whatever during the Beautylish gift card event, and I'm pretty content that that is going to be like my rose scent. Am I opposed to smelling this particular scent? No, but my local Ulta has been really jank when it comes to their fragrances. There's like no fragrances on the floor at all, and so yeah, I just, you know, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to smell this, but if I have the ability to smell this, why not? Why not? It looks like Sol de Janeiro is also coming out with the new scent in their fragrance mist and their to match their latest body cream. I did just in my recent haul pick up a body cream and a fragrance mist in their more traditional or original scent. But in this scent, this was the scent that people thought mimicked Baccarat Rouge 540. And okay, so I finally smelled it. I had a sample in my house, I just never got around to it, and I finally took the time to open up that sampler set, and I've been working through testing out those scents, and I can't smell Baccarat Rouge. Like, I can't really smell it. When I spray it, I get that initial fruity scent, but pretty much as soon as it dries down, I can't smell it anymore. And I've been watching videos, and I've seen a couple people be like, oh yeah, after the first hour you can't smell anymore. So then why are you wearing it? Why is it so famous? I just don't understand. That just doesn't make any sense to me personally. Anyways, I would consider, so I only have a sample, but I would consider getting a smaller size of this body cream to see if that will heighten the longevity, but also me actually smelling the scent throughout the day of the little sampler that I have. So we'll see what happens. But I just, you know, it just, I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Glossier is coming out with another Balm.com, which is like their lip balm formula, and this is in lavender. I don't think I'm going to ever pick anything up from this particular range just because of the packaging. Not the type of packaging that I personally would like for a lip balm. Not because I'd have to use finger, because that's fine. But I honestly, me and these metal tubes, we just don't get along. We don't get along at all. And so it doesn't make sense for me to get something that would be so essential to me pretty much every day in a metal tube. So that's pretty much why I'm passing on this. I actually like the scent of lavender. I think it's extremely calming, and that was one of the only florally notes that I would pick up when I was younger. I actually can distinctly remember there was like a flat out lavender scent that every year I would go back to Bath and Body Works, and that would be my signature scent. And I mean, every year they would change the name, and I would always be like, okay, what's the name this year? But without a shadow of a doubt, I would always pick up that lavender note. So a designer brand is now launching fragrances, and this is Off-White. And so the fragrance line is apparently called Paperwork, I guess. And so they have 4 different fragrances. And you know, I'm sure they sound beautiful, and I'm sure I would get some fun out of them, but I've already watched so many other people's new beauty releases, which is why I love these things, because they give me information that I am honestly too lazy to look up. And Lauren May Beauty, I will try and link her video down below as well. She referenced the fact that there is no sampler pack, and so you would have to just be willing to buy one or all or some of these fragrances for $185 blindly, just based on the notes, and assume, hope, and pray that you like them. You know, because not only are you assuming that you're gonna like them, but you're assuming you also don't already have a product in your collection that is the exact same thing. No ma'am, no Pam. So I am gonna pass. I'm sure they'll come out with maybe a sampler set during the holiday season. That tends to happen, and maybe during that season I will pick it up. We'll see what happens. YSL has also come out with a new lip and cheek tint. This is a creamy formula balm tint, blah blah blah, 3 shades, peachy, red, and plum. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I can only imagine how expensive this product is. This post doesn't say the price, but I mean, no, I'm okay. YSL is too expensive for me. I'm good. So it looks like House of Siage is now officially promoting their Batman release. I do follow a YouTuber. She's a black YouTuber that focuses on fragrance. I can't think of her name right now. I'll try once again to link her videos or her channel down below. And I believe she's already been sent or already reviewed this line, and I believe she enjoyed the fragrance. She was saying how it was really, really good fragrance. But the fragrance is $295. And that's the cheaper of the two. The more expensive one is $395. Do y'all have a sample for free? Like, it just, no ma'am, no Pam. I'm gonna pass. Scarlett Johansson's skincare line looks like it is coming straight to Sephora, and it will be available to Sephora on the 26th of Sephora, or 26th of April. So that is just a couple of days away. They're coming out with a cleanser for $32, an eye cream for $42, a night cream for $54, a day cream for $44, a prep serum for $46, and you can get a whole set that includes the cleanser, serum, and moisturizer. Doesn't specify a day or night, for $50. That is just no. I'm gonna keep moving on. Barry M is coming out with these Heat Wave Baked Marble Blushers. This is like a drugstore online UK brand, and I've always been fascinated by the brand. But you know, I don't live in the UK, unfortunately, so I don't think I have easy access to this brand, but they always have such cute things, and this just looked really, really interesting and unique. And so I figured if you have access to this, I wanted to make sure you knew about that new launch. Okay, so we only got two more things to discuss as of right now. Wet n Wild has already launched their Pride collection, which honestly I appreciate. Granted, I am not a member of the LGBTQXI community, but I am an ally, and I find that it's super annoying regardless of the holiday, but specifically since this is the topic of discussion in this holiday, when brands wait until like midway through the month to launch their products. Launch it early so that anybody and everybody that wants to kind of create looks or they want to use the products can get them now and start planning, start thinking. And like this is not only like on my like influencer side of a brand, this is just on like me as a planner. I am very much a planner. I will plan life down to a T. Okay, I will. I love it. It works for me. I like structure. But the idea that I, as like a normal just consumer, can't just say, oh, I'm going to, I don't know, Pride this year, and I want this, I want that. Okay, I need to start planning for my makeup looks, my outfits, all of that. And you can't typically do that because these brands don't launch their Pride themed products until like dang near the month or middle of the month. I just don't like it. I don't like it. So anyways, it's all cute. Is any of it necessary for me? No, but I am, like I said, happy that they launched it already and that those who are planning for something or want to already get their hands on it can do so now. The last thing that came across my feed, which is actually very, very interesting. This is a new brand to me. The brand is all themed around anime makeup, which is really, really cool. And they're coming out with the Player 2 palette. So the brand is called YVA Expressions. And like I said, they're coming out with the Player 2 palette, and I can't tell if so it looks like it's a 12 pan palette, but it's broken down into two 6-pan like color schemes. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm curious. I'm curious to see more about the brand. I just went and followed them because I do want to know more about that palette, like, you know, the different formulas that are in the palette, maybe even if anybody's done a review, because I don't know if anybody's ever done a review. Let me know if you would love to see me do a review. I am intrigued. I really am. We don't even see the what's it called, the price or anything like that. Look at this. This is player one. Ooh. Player one is $21.99. They say that they have 4 mattes and 5 shimmers, so they do provide mattes in this formula. Interesting. I wonder what their formula shade is like. Okay, I really need to get more about this brand. I may honestly be picking up both of those palettes, if not just that first one. The first one looks really nice. I don't know about the second one. The second one doesn't look as nice as the first one now that I've seen that first one. So really excited for that. I am just gonna go through Trend Mood and Hot Fire Makeup really quickly, just to make sure nothing crazy new has launched. And of course, new stuff has launched. So give me 1 second to collect this information. We'll just go with that. I found 3 new things to talk about really quickly. Okay, so first thing is from Pat McGrath, and she has come out with the first product in her skincare range. So this is the Divine Skin Rose 001 The Essence. This is a transformative secret to hydrated, revitalized, and luminous skin. The essence is formulated with 97% botanical derived ingredients that transform skin in an instant and blur even more major results over time. Blah blah blah. Okay, they don't say the price, but it's Pat McGrath, so it can't be cheap by any means. And I've already kind of talked about the fact that I understand why these makeup brands create skincare ranges. I really do, but I just personally am like, generally you can't do both well, so stick to one. So I'm probably still not going to pick anything up from this range, but I still love my Pat McGrath. I really do. ColourPop has just recently started sneak peeking the fact that they're coming out with another Apricot Me Not collection, and I'm watching the video from Trend Mood right now. There is an eyeshadow palette, lip creams, Super Shock Trios lip mask, Super Shock cheek, and I mean, I don't think I need anything. I don't. Let me see. I haven't seen the eyeshadow palette in this video yet. Let me see. I think she does it at the end, maybe. Yeah, no, this eyeshadow palette is basic. Super basic, but with like light peachy tones. And honestly, I can get those light peachy tones from this palette. And like I said, you guys will be seeing me trying this for the first time tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. The last thing I'm going to talk about, and then we are done, is the fact that Dior is coming out with limited edition designs for their cushion compacts. I've never bought a Dior cushion compact, mainly because I don't think they have my shade in that product. But I mean, I do enjoy Dior products, okay? I have their Backstage Concealer on, and it's somewhere on my desk. I genuinely can't see. I don't have my glasses on. But this desk is also a mess, so I don't even know where it is. Either way, I'm enjoying that product. I really enjoyed the Backstage foundation that I had. So yeah, that's that. Overall, I don't think there's anything that I'm really into other than that, like anime makeup based brand. I really think that that Player One eyeshadow palette looks really, really nice. Of course, Danessa Myrick's her Balm. And that's it. Those are the two things that I'm pretty much gonna get. I also, of course, as it goes, I also do need to pick up a couple of skincare and hair care things. So that'll probably be what I focus on this week. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. This has been a long one. I hope you guys were able to stick with me throughout this whole journey of tonight's filming. And I will see you guys, like I said, tomorrow to show you guys the tutorial for this look. Alrighty guys, bye.